I'm asking that this council be good community leaders and support small mobile business and help us find a way to succeed. And who knows, maybe be like 457 Mason and go from a food truck to a storefront here in Bristol. Wouldn't that be a nice success story? I look forward to hearing your ideas on how we can work together on the issues outlined and get reopened and serving Bristol and the surrounding area again. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Pelletier's account is completely false. He and his wife were advised when they first came into the building department that it was not allowed to set up a trailer unless it was mobile. Mobile means that you remove it from the site every night. It doesn't mean that you set it up and attach a permanent electrical cord to a building. He came in and requested a service drop from the street, which he was denied. The other two restaurants that he complained about, that he mentioned, have also been served cease and desist orders, so we found out that they have not been removing their trailers from the site. A lot of times we don't know if they're removing them unless someone tells us, because we're not here at night. His was blatant. They set up 2 trailers that you would use at a fair to sell fried dough, had a box truck there that did not move, set up tables and chairs after we told them it wasn't allowed. So he could have appealed that order to the ZBA to begin with, gone and had his case heard at the ZBA, and then changed the ordinance if he wanted to. You don't go and do it after you're told not to. We're enforcing an ordinance that's been in the books for at least the 15 years that I've been here. And I've been enforcing this ordinance. The reason is, the intent of the zoning board was that if you wanted a small restaurant, you would go get a storefront. If you had a trailer and it was a mobile vendor, you would set up in a commercial parking lot and then leave at the day's end. Then set up again the next day. It wasn't meant to have tables and chairs and awnings and all kinds of stuff like that. That's blight. If that's what you want, then pass an ordinance to allow it. But the zoning commission's intent was that they move every night. You don't set up in a parking lot. You're not being fair to the Texas Cafe and all the other little small restaurants who have to go get building permits, have to put in a handicap bathroom, have to have a handicap ramp to get in the store. You're just going to get a trailer and set up permanently? It's not allowed. So and we handled him professionally right to the end, but they blatantly disobeyed the orders several times.
Thank you. Councilman Gillespie, do you want to look at this under your ordinance and perhaps talk with our city planner, Bob Flanagan, zoning enforcement, our chief building official, and take a look at this, the ordinance?
Is that your wish, just for us to look at it?
It's me, will do that. All right, thank you.
Your Honor, may I ask Mr. Moran a question to the chair? Mr. Moran, if a food vendor had outdoor seating, but they collapsed it or took it with them at the end of the day, would that be allowable under the ordinance as it's written now?
The ordinance isn't clear to that.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything, it just says be mobile.
All right, so would your office's position be that
My interpretation would be, yeah, if they removed it, if they had several chairs and, a couple of chairs and some tables, and
Right.
they removed them
But
at
they
the end of the night, that would be fine.
Okay.
But the whole purpose is, if you want to set up permanently, you get a small storefront.
Right. Okay.
And Mr. Pelletier, ordinance is going to look at it. They'll we'll notify you when they're having the meeting, so you're welcome to go attend, speak if you'd like.
Okay, and just for the record, I have no problem moving on a daily basis. My problem is with the power being plugged into a generator, or being plugged into the side of the building. There's no difference. I can unplug and move at the end of the night. So their major issue was what prompted the cease and desist order, from what I understand, was the being plugged into the side of the building. The tables, the signage, they can all go at the end of the night. I have no problem with that. And yes, I did do it after I was told not to, because it's already going on in town by other people. So, if this is an ordinance, which again, to Mr. Moran's own point, there is nothing solidly written on this stuff. So some of this stuff is being made up as we go along to whoever's discretion, and it's allowed in some areas and not in some other areas.
A lot of these complaints a lot of these issues are complaint driven, so I'm not saying someone complained on you, but if someone said something about yours and not the other one, that's why it was
Right.
addressed.
Well, that's a public record, I believe, and I don't believe there are any complaints.
Okay, I don't know. But ordinance is looked at, Councilman Plesky is the chair of the ordinance, and they will address it, and someone will notify you when the meeting is.
Okay, thank you,
All right,
Mr. Mayor.
thank you. Have a good night.